Another type of movie that you should not sleep on is the TV movie. I know that like the appeal of a film not having a cinematic run does sort of like make it cause like sort of a dip in the perceived quality, but I'm telling you right now, you do not want to miss out on this.
You would disagree with? Probably the notion of original sin. You know, when Eve ate the apple, turned everybody bad. I don't see people that way. I think for the most part, people was good to begin with. I think evil is something you bring on your own self, mostly from wanting things you ain't supposed to have.
Recently, I got to watch a movie from 2011, directed by Tommy Lee Jones. I don't know how many movies he's actually directed, but this is one of them, starring just Tommy Lee Jones and Samuel L. Jackson. The movie is based on a play that's written by Cormac McCarthy, who you probably know for stories such as No Country for Old Men and The Road. And he also wrote the screenplay for this movie. So he basically adapted his own play. So in this movie, we follow these two gentlemen. And one of the gentlemen is this professor who tried to end his life by jumping in front of the train called the Sunset Limited. So then he is saved by the character of Samuel L. Jackson. The characters are respectively called Black and White. Sam Jackson is referred to as black, Tommy Lee Jones is referred to as white. So we basically have to watch these guys sort of have a conversation on what life is, the beauty of life. And we have this professor who basically is cynical. He's basically not even like a nihilist. He basically just hates everything. He doesn't see the appeal of living. He's one of those people who say things like, to live is to suffer, or there is no point in all of this, you know. And then on the other side, we have Sam Jackson, who plays, funny enough, an ex-convict who basically found Jesus. Anyway, so this movie is very biblically accelerated, but I still think it's profound. There are some things that Sam Jackson's character says that appeal to me so heavily. Like in one scene, I even played the clip. He says something along to the effect of, "You don't think this is a bad life?" It's like, no, I have everything that I need, and not what I want. You know. He even says in another scene that like a lot of people are born good, but they become evil by wanting things that they shouldn't have, or wanting things that they don't need, which is sort of similar to like the 10th commandment, which is thou shalt not covet, which for me always blows my mind, because you have that commandment that says thou shalt not covet the wealth of your neighbor, but at the same time we have something called manifest destiny, where people come into other lands and they're like, hey, this is mine now. Anyway, I digress. So we follow these people who have these conversations. I love the juxtaposition of it all, that Sam Jackson is the black guy, but he sees light in the world, and Tommy Lee Jones is the white guy, but he sees darkness in the world. Even the posters, as you can see, they're just playing on that whole yin-yang type thing, you know? Like Sam Jackson, the light is being brought into the mind of this person who sees nothing but darkness in the world, whereas Tommy Lee Jones' character is, you know, the darkness was brought into the light of Sam Jackson's world. And without really giving away too much, the conversation kind of does end in a stalemate, but it's still like an important conversation to observe. The movie's not that long, it's like 90 minutes. And if you don't mind just watching two people talk for 90 minutes, that's fine. I know a lot of people have had complaints for movies such as My Dinner with Andre. I think that movie is also quite epic for me. It's profound. And I feel the same about this movie. I think I'll be watching it a couple of times just to get some things, just to really see, you know, what I missed. It's one of those movies that I'm going to need to watch a couple of times. But like, personally, my opinion on the movie, I think the movie is just profound. I think the film is profound. That's the word that I have to describe this movie. So yeah, give it a watch, from 2011, directed by Tommy Lee Jones, starring Tommy Lee Jones and Samuel L. Jackson, written by Cormac McCarthy. Okay, thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope you have a lovely day.